In the annals of criminal history, there are capers that go off without a hitch, meticulously executed with precision and finesse. And then, there are those infamous moments when being a thief takes a comically disastrous turn, leaving us all to wonder, what were they thinking? These are the tales where bumbling burglars, mastermind wannabes, and sheer bad luck converge to create a symphony of hilarity in the world of heists gone horribly wrong. Join us as we delve into the side-splitting stories of when being a thief most definitely didn't go as planned, leaving us all in stitches instead of awe. Quaint Canadian province of Quebec, where maple syrup flowed like liquid gold, there existed a secret cartel known as the Fédération des producteurs acéricoles du Québec, or the Federation of Quebec Maple Syrup Producers. These maple syrup magnates controlled over 70% of the world's maple syrup supply, carefully stockpiling it in a series of unmarked warehouses deep in the Quebec wilderness. One fateful summer in 2012, a group of audacious thieves decided to take a crack at the sweetest heist in history. These syrupy bandits had hatched a plan that was so audacious, it was like something out of a comedy film. Disguised as maintenance workers, the thieves entered the heavily guarded warehouse, armed not with guns, but with something far more unexpected: empty barrels. Their plan was to siphon off hundreds of thousands of gallons of maple syrup right under the Federation's nose. For months, they worked in the shadows, draining barrels of syrup and replacing them with water. They were essentially pulling off the sweetest bait-and-switch in history. It was a slow and sticky operation that required incredible patience. What made this heist even more unbelievable was the fact that the syrup cartel didn't even notice. The thieves had played their roles as maintenance workers so convincingly that no one suspected a thing. The missing syrup went undetected for an entire year. But all good things, even stolen syrup, must come to an end. One day, a routine inventory check revealed that something was amiss. Barrels were mysteriously lighter than they should have been, and the syrupy conspiracy began to unravel. Authorities were alerted, and an investigation ensued. The thieves, realizing their time was running out, attempted to sell their stolen syrup on the black market, which led to their eventual capture. The great maple syrup heist became a sensation, making headlines around the world. People couldn't believe that such an audacious caper had taken place, and the sheer audacity of the plan left them in stitches. The thieves were eventually arrested and faced legal consequences, but their escapade became the stuff of legend in the world of criminal comedy. To this day, when people in Quebec see a stack of pancakes or a waffle dripping with maple syrup, they can't help but chuckle and remember the sticky situation that became an unforgettable tale of crime and humor. If you liked that story, you're going to love this one. The Clueless Crooks, the Great Stolen Spaghetti Incident. In the quiet Italian village of Monticello in 2015, two bumbling burglars, Giuseppe and Luigi, set their sights on an unusual target: a warehouse filled with spaghetti and tomato sauce. Yes, you read that correctly. They decided to steal pasta and pasta sauce. These would-be thieves, lacking the finesse of a mastermind criminal, thought they had hatched the perfect plan to make a quick fortune. They believed that by stealing pasta, they would be able to resell it for a profit on the black market. Little did they know that their spaghetti heist would turn into a hilarious and utterly failed caper. On the fateful night of the heist, Giuseppe and Luigi crept into the warehouse, armed with burlap sacks and the misguided belief that they could load up on pasta and sauce with ease. Their plans quickly fell apart. First, they encountered a mountain of pasta packages and an array of tomato sauce cans, much larger than they had anticipated. As they struggled to stuff the burlap sacks with their loot, their getaway vehicle, a tiny Fiat 500, proved wholly inadequate for transporting their ill-gotten gains. As if things couldn't get any worse, the noise of their clumsy activities alerted a neighbor who promptly called the police. When the officers arrived, They found Giuseppe and Luigi attempting to cram pasta packages into the Fiat, with sauce cans rolling around like metallic maracas. The sight of these two pasta bandits left the police officers and later the entire village in stitches. The officers arrested the spaghetti thieves without much effort, and the stolen pasta and sauce were returned to the bewildered warehouse owner. The news of the great stolen spaghetti incident spread like wildfire, becoming the talk of the town and even making headlines across Italy. Giuseppe and Luigi's attempt at becoming wealthy pasta barons ended up landing them in jail, where their criminal careers amounted to little more than a punchline. In the end, this bizarre and factual story serves as a reminder that sometimes even the most comically misguided thieves can turn a simple crime into an unforgettable tale of ineptitude.